Okay, happy day is today? Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Richard Wilt, aka the Bipolar Bandit. Today I'm feeling um a little down, I think, and my mind is really wanting to get the best of me, I think, today. And despite that, I'm going to soldier on because that's how I feel better. There's a great quote a mentor of mine said, "You can't think your way into right acting. You have to act your way into right thinking. Move a muscle, change a thought." Okay. So now let me get my glasses on and we're going to share my screen. Okay. Share. Let's see. Share screen. Okay. Chrome tab. I don't know which one. Let's see. Okay. Yep. All right. So here we go. Interpersonal effectiveness handout number 12, mindfulness of others. Friendships last longer when we are mindful. So these acronyms: observe, describe, participate. They're kind of a thing in DBT. All right, so under observe, pay attention with interest and curiosity to others around you. Stop multitasking. Focus on the people you are with. Stay in the present rather than planning on what to say next. Let go of focus on self and focus on others around you. Be open to new information about others. Notice judgmental thoughts about others and let them go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Give up clinging to always being right. Yes, this is a good one whenever a topic comes up that I feel strongly about. It's so easy to get locked into my way of thinking, or I'm listening, but listening so I can respond and not listening just to listen and try to understand. That's the thing. Listening to understand and curiosity. Those are big. Okay. Describe. Replace judgmental words with descriptive words. I like that. I like that. Instead of saying, those are ugly shoes, or that's a weird dress, you can say, those are brown sandals with brass buckles, and it looks like a very thick rubber sole. I like that. I like that. Okay. Avoid assuming or interpreting what other people think about you without checking the facts. Remember, no one has ever observed another person's thoughts, motives, intentions, feelings, emotions, desires, or experiences. Ooh, that's a big one. Mind reading. Oh boy. Okay. Avoid questioning other people's motives unless you have a very good reason to do so. Yeah, those two right there. My goodness. And usually when I'm assuming, not always, but usually it's like a negative connotation. It's never that they think I'm awesome or that they like me. No, usually it's the opposite. I always go to the negative, and I love this idea of not assuming other people's motives, because I do that a lot, especially if someone's coming to me for a favor or they want something, or I get very paranoid. I'm like, those fuckers are trying to take advantage of me. Don't you take advantage of me. So I really have to pay attention to that. Give others the benefit of the doubt. Ooh, there goes that noise. Do you hear that? That's from my Depakote. Okay, participate. Throw yourself into interactions with others. Go with the flow rather than trying to control the flow. That's interesting. So you throw yourself in, but then you go with the flow. So you jump in the water. Let's say it's a stream and you're on an inner tube and you're going down the river. Jump in that water, jump in the tube, let the river carry you. Okay. Become one with group activities and conversations. All right. Very good. Okay. Now let's share the other one. Okay. Share screen. Share. Chrome tab. Second one. Sorry about the lip licking. That's also Seroquel. And the swallowing too. Okay. So these are some examples. And again, like last week, they ask you to pick the best one between the two. Okay, 1. A, multitask and expect the other person to understand. Or 2, give your complete attention to the person you are with. I'm going to go with option B. Number 2, figure that if you already know someone, you don't really have to pay such close attention to them anymore. Or 2, recognize that closeness is built by attending to and learning more and more about people you care about. I would imagine this would really be an issue with marriages or long-term friendships, which I have both. And yeah, that's really something that's easy to get kind of sucked into, or not being curious about that person anymore, assuming that I know everything there is to know about them. That's good. Okay, 3. A, my feelings are really hurt by what you did, and the thought went through my mind that you hate me. I know you don't really, but did you feel that way at the time? Okay. Or B, I know you hate me. There's no reason for what you did to me. Don't tell me differently either. I think A is going to be better. Did I go over 2? 2 is B, and 3 is A. All right. Number 4, in social situations, throw yourself into interactions. Or B, stay reserved and watch social interactions so you don't make mistakes. I got to go with A. That's a tough one, though, because throwing yourself in doesn't mean like, blah, 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 blah. You know, it also means just kind of, going with it. You like my Snoopy watch? It's pretty cool, right? Okay. 5, A, find people with values. B, do little immoral things so as not to be a drag on friendships. Wow. Oh, my God. Okay, I really have to talk about this one. I did that a lot in school. I was always pretty smart. I really loved to learn. I really wanted to do well in school, and I was smart enough to do well in school. But I desperately wanted friendship and people's approval, and I really would have done anything for it because I didn't feel like anybody liked me. Maybe at the time, nobody really did. It was kind of rough growing up for me for many reasons. And I feel like I lowered myself. And I don't mean lowered myself like I was better than these other people, but I lowered my own expectations and my own standards. And I kind of dumbed myself down so that way I would have more friends, or the friends I thought I could have. And I look back on that and I really regret that. I regret not really taking pride in that part of myself that was smart and did care and wanted to do well. And that's a side that should be celebrated and should be nourished and should be nurtured, But I didn't do that. It's a big regret. I try not to do that now. Better late than never. Okay. I thought it was important that I say something about that. 6, A, be open to people's changing their minds about things as well as their beliefs or feelings. Or B, assume that when people change, they are not trustworthy. Gonna go with A. 7, A, evaluate other people's behavior and thoughts and tell them that they are wrong or that they should be different when you are sure you are right. B, if you do not approve of or agree with what another person is doing or thinking, try to understand how it can make sense if you knew the causes. Yeah, obviously B. I think B is kind of an offshoot of empathy, right? Trying to put yourself in another person's shoes. And it goes back to a few spots before that, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, maybe they cut me off in traffic because they're stressed or because they're sad or because they're so overwhelmed they're not paying attention. Or this is something I do a lot where like someone will cut me off in traffic or they'll do something rude on the road. And somehow I think it's like a reflection on me. Like they think in their minds, oh, look at this person. He's weak. I can take advantage of him. I'm going to cut him off. and they're really not doing that much thinking. And even if they are, who gives a shit? It's about them, not about me. So that's a good one. Sorry, still Seroquel. Okay, so 8A, you should stop doing that. B, I wish you would stop doing that. Well, B is good. 9A, you are lazy and have given up. B, I worry that you have given up. Okay, B. 10A, I don't think that is correct. 10B, how could you possibly think that? Yeah, so this goes back to, well, there's several things going on here. I worry that you have given up. Yeah, so you have labeling, you have all or nothing thinking or black and white thinking. That's a cognitive behavioral therapy thing. Yeah, and then also I think 8 is about identifying the behavior and not like denigrating the person, but saying, hey, you know, this behavior that you're doing, I'm really not comfortable with, rather than you should stop, because I feel like telling them they should stop, you're judging them holistically as a person rather than just a slice of them. You can't get them to stop anyway. 11A, stay in control so that relationships turn out the way you want. 11B, go with the flow much of the time when in social interactions with groups of friends. God. Oh, boy. I know it's supposed to be B. I have a real hard time not doing A. My poor wife. My wife is like so awesome. You know, she goes, she caters to me, but she's such a wonderful person. You know, she takes my feelings into consideration when I want to try something. She's supportive. She doesn't judge me. She doesn't try to change me. And the minute she suggests something, man, I get in this mode where I'm just like fighting it and I'm criticizing it. And I can tell that I'm doing it and I'm in the middle of it and I'm thinking, my God, Richard, what are you doing? So then I try to stop and say, okay, honey, I'm sorry. I know I'm in this mode right now. I think it's how I deal with my anxiety. This has nothing to do with you. I love you. I do better, but man, that's really something that bothers me. And I don't want to do that because I don't think it's fair to my wife. I don't think it's fair to people that I love, because what I'm doing is I'm invalidating them. And I hate that. I don't want to do that to anybody that I love or care about ever, especially her. She's so amazing. Okay, 12. Hold back in a conversation until you are sure you like the person. B, throw yourself into a conversation until you are sure you don't like it. Interesting. I don't know. I got to ask my therapist about this one. Okay, hold back until, well, okay, I guess throw yourself in until you're sure you don't like it. I feel like that's almost like you're doing TMI. Okay, 12B, as long as you're sharing on the same level as that person, right? As long as you're not oversharing. I think it's 12B. That's what I'm going to go with. Well, this is pretty short today. Yeah, so how long was this? Excuse me, 13 minutes. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. I got something on my nose. Now my mind is like, oh my God, there's something wrong. I have cancer. Whoa, there we go. Okay, hands are there. Yeah, so I will have the sheets in the description of this video when I actually post it to YouTube. I hope this helped. I think these things are really good, even to read them out loud, right? Just to go over them. And then as I'm reading them, it also helps kind of write to the hard drive, so to speak, if you're using a computer analogy. And to me, it's just information that I have that even if I'm not thinking about it, it'll be something that is kind of going on there. So when I'm in that situation or circumstance, I can remember that I went through this. You know, I think it's so helpful to do these, and I'm really grateful that I've been able to do it. And I don't listen to those thoughts in my head, you know, like shitting all over me. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, I love all of you. Until next week, take care. Talk to you soon.